How do you get players to compete? You might have a player who is really good or your best player, and they might believe they don't have to compete on every possession. They might coast along and put effort into 2 out of 5 plays and still get the job done, meaning you really have to convince them to compete on every play. So, how do you get your kids to compete on every possession? A great start is adding time and a score, which is huge. You put time and score on a board, and that helps create competition. Competing is a skill. It's a skill you have to teach. So try adding competing into every drill you do. Even if you're training alone, add a time to beat or a score to beat. Competing is different than teaching because you want to teach first and then you add the competition in. Sometimes you may have to give up a little technique for them playing hard, and that may not make sense to you, but by giving up a little technique in exchange for playing hard, over time you'll start to see those results. I think team coaches can stop and correct too often. So when I train players, I try to keep it to quick one-word responses or a sentence or two so they can get the information they need and can move on quickly. So in summary, teach players to compete on every possession, incorporate time and scoring goals, allow players to give up technique for playing hard, and finally, teach in sound bites.